Hey, welcome. This is so great, David. Thank you.
Happy Aloha Friday. I'm running tech in the background here, and yeah, there's some surprises. So you even seem surprised. Like,
I know. I was like,
did that video
okay,
stop?
Yeah, the video just stopped. We're here. So welcome. Aloha. My name's Wendy Jae. If you are new and you're joining us here on YouTube, this is our first YouTube live web class. So welcome.
Yeah, for sure. So we usually go live in Facebook, sometimes on LinkedIn, but we've decided to pivot, right? And we are pivoting toward just doing our lives open on YouTube. It's just a better video streaming platform, and you've got to learn what works. So, hey, we found that this is working best for us. And if you're here, please leave a comment, say hi to us, and yeah, we will try to answer all comments as they come in, or if you have a question at the end of at the end of the session. Wendy, do we have any setup things that we need to do in terms of ground rules or announcements?
I don't think so. This, really, this is like us with you, and you are the most important person to us here. And so I just want to make sure that you know that, Dave and I, our story, we come from the hospitality industry, and we'll share more a little bit about that here in a minute. But today is really all about learning how to crush your time to create video, because all of us talk about we don't have time for video.
And I'm going to just say we do have one quick announcement that I want to make because it's sort of new. And that is, Hospitality FM, Will Slickers, I hope you're out there watching, because we have been asked to join the Hospitality FM network as a podcast. And we have 3 episodes launched so far. I just loaded the 4th one in, and we have we have some incredible guests coming up. Yay. So I'm super excited about that. Go to Hospitality FM and sign up there. I think they're in the 40,000 a day download range, because there's a whole host of incredible people that are in the hospitality network. So yeah, that's my pitch for today.
Super excited. Yeah, one other announcement. If you want to jump on board with video this year and you don't have an event to go to yet, jump on board very quickly in less than 10 days. Grow with Video Live, hosted in Las Vegas with yours truly, Sean Cannell, and his team at Think Media. Heather Torres, Shalene Johnson will be there, Gary Vee, Vanessa Lau, Jasmine Starr, and so many, many more influencers that are talking about video and growing your impact on video. So if you are in destination content creator and you're thinking to yourself, I don't even know how to get started with YouTube, this is a perfect place to take that information and get started. We'll be talking about that later on in this session.
So, yeah, but I'm just going to say, if you're going to that event, and I hope you are, we've been invited VIP. We'll sit up front. We'll be so close that when Gary Vee talks, we'll be riddled with his output. Let's just put it that way. But DM us, because we'd like to hook up. We're doing some podcasts there. And I understand I actually am getting in a couple days early. I'm going to get some pool time sitting in the sun, like some strange thing called a day off. That's what I think they call it. So yeah, come hang out with us at the M Resort in Las Vegas the week after next for the Grow with Video Live conference.
Cool. All right. Let's dive in. What are we going to cover in this live session today? And I want to share 4 things. One is how destination content creators, my words are getting jumbled, how destination content creators like you can really start building a successful impact out there, and what's possible. We're going to show you how to do that, and why you don't need to have any fancy editing equipment to make videos, what's possible out there and how you can template that, and what kind of videos are trending right now. We're going to share that. And last, what channel distribution should you be actually posting on to actually get the reach and engagement you need to drive direct bookings. So that's what our live session topic is all about. We've given you our announcements, and now a little bit about myself. If you don't know, again, who I am, my name's Wendy Jae. I've been in the destination arena for 20 years. I understand being a content creator behind the desk at a hotel, resort, and vacation property. I understand what it takes to actually build that destination impact. And my passion is really today helping you understand how to grow with video at your destination.
And my background, I am the SEO geek, right? I'm the guy that has always been behind the scenes, making sure that you come up on top, making sure that my clients come up on top. And video is now the new piece of content on the block. First of all, everybody is consuming, and also it can be optimized. And I don't care what channel it is, whether it's YouTube, which is the second largest search engine on the planet. Yeah, you heard that right. But TikTok and Instagram and all of the other video platforms absolutely can be optimized so that you come up on top. And that's a great thing for the hospitality and the destination travel industry, because coming up on top means more direct bookings.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's talk about this and actually share with you what we're talking about, because we want to share what successful destination content creators are building out there. And maybe this is going to help inspire you. So I'm just going to dive in without getting into the tactical strategies at the moment, Dave. Wondering if you could please share your screen with us and just give us some ideas of the destination content creators right now that we know that are doing a great job out there on channels like YouTube and even Instagram.
Well, I'm just over on my side computer, and I'm going to try and share my screen here because it was in the feed a minute ago, and then it wasn't. Can we see that now? Yeah. All right. All right. So, Wendy, do you want to talk about this a little bit as we launch here?
Yeah, certainly. Okay, so this is Visit Sun Valley, and I just want to point out right away, Dave, if you scroll a little bit down, this is a great channel. They've done a great job on YouTube. You can see they have about 1,200, I think, subscribers up there. Wasn't that, Dave? 1,200 subscribers?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. And one of the things I really like about this is how creative they are being with their content for a destination, right? So they're giving you the overview of some destination, but I love some of the things that's like the behind the scenes, like the video that says what we're made of, dining, what we're made of, the adventure. That's great. There was even a fly fishing one. I mean, showing the activities at your destination is so powerful. So you know what's available. Just showing a snippet of this. Now these guys could actually even go further and deep dive into even short form video, which we're going to talk about. But this is a fantastic way, the way that they have really organized and put their content together.
And I'm just going to admit here, we've actually worked with Visit Sun Valley for quite some time. We helped bring in the search engine optimization on top of YouTube. They created the great content and the messaging for their destination. And then we sort of sprinkled the things that we share with all of our Ohana, right? All of our tribe, especially inside the Travelers Book Direct platform. And that is how to come up in the top of the search results. And look at some of the numbers over here. I mean, we're seeing video views in the millions. Now, understand that some of that is driven by ads, right? Because hey, let's face it, video content is one of the best pieces of content for advertising, but a lot of this is organic. And look at the number of views that they are getting. They're just dominating their destination. This truly makes them a destination influencer, because it's very hard to search for your vacation in Sun Valley, Idaho without running into one of these videos. And that's just really what I love about this, right? This is what a DMO, a destination marketing organization, should be doing, putting their best foot forward, leading their destination, and getting a tremendous amount of discovery, right? That discovery of what's available. So yeah, I love this, Wendy, and watch some of the videos, because mountain biking, fly fishing, skiing, you know, this is all just great stuff. I love it.
Great for inspiration. Yeah, this is really going to help.
Hey, do you mind if I move on to another type of YouTube content here? Cool. So if all goes well, we're going to be seeing the adventures of Matt and Nate. And Wendy, talk about this a little bit. I'll take myself off, because these guys are incredible influencers, and they are doing exactly what Wendy teaches.
Yeah, so these guys are travel influencers, but you guys can do the same exact thing at your destinations. So for these guys, one of the things I do have to point out, is the subscribers. They've got 20,000 subscribers. So why do they have 20,000 subscribers? Because they're creating content that people are asking questions about. So when people are typing into search, they're obviously doing their research and answering their questions. So they're giving all of this video content for all the states, but you could be doing the same thing, answering the same questions with the search results. And we're going to tell you how to do that here in a minute. But this is a great channel to look at for ideas, examples, and a couple of things I have to point out, Dave. If you go back up to the top, super excited to see that Matt and Nat have live stream Q&A. That I think is so powerful. And I know a lot of us as destination content creators do not even consider the idea of doing a live stream from our property or from our destination. But when you start a live stream show and you launch it out there on YouTube, how powerful that can be when you have a dedicated show that you're showing up to and you're answering questions every week, what that means. Now, I'm not going to get into this in this session, but having a live stream as a video format for you as a type of video is so powerful. So this is great. And it gives you a lot of ideas if you are still trying to figure out like what to create. Finding travel bloggers like this or influencers is a fantastic inspiration piece.
Absolutely. And you know what I love about this, and especially these first two examples, one is an insider destination influencer. They probably don't even consider themselves that, right? Because they are the destination marketing organization. One is an outside influencer that is just doing this for the reasons that they're doing it, traveling the world, having a great time, and putting out evergreen content. And that's a concept that we'll talk about later. But what that basically means is they're not putting out just timely news type content. This is stuff that's going to rocket in the search engines for a long time. All right, let's look at maybe something in the hotel space. And so this is the Grand Luxury Group, right? And they are a luxury hotel group that manages hotels around the world. I mean, look at the cool locations, right? But here's the thing. They are able to, first of all, generate a ton of subscribers, right? Imagine if your hotel had 6,000 additional subscribers that were plugged into your videos. And that's like amazing, for your email list, because all of those people can be converted over your email list and back and forth. That's one of the beautiful things about video. In fact, you can use that video in your email. But look at all the destinations, and they've done this right. It's nicely branded. The thumbnails really draw you in, just like the last example, right? It's an important concept. And who doesn't want to go to some of these locations? People are watching this video, even if they don't have the budget, right? Because let's admit it, these hotels, a lot of them are spendy, right? They're in that 5-star range. So thoughts on this, Wendy?
Yeah, this is a great example if you are in that luxury resort space of some ideas. Again, they're not drilling down in this one. And I didn't look too closely at that example, Dave, if they're doing frequently asked questions or value videos, because I do want to talk about that, how important that is. But I love the fact on this particular channel that they're just using their destinations as the thumbnail, because it's so intriguing for you to like be drawn to and attracted to what's on your mind, as you're searching, right? Like you immediately are attracted to the name, the picture, it's drawing you in right away. So I really love that.
And so obviously you have to be rich and famous and with 5-star properties all around the world to be doing this. Is that true, Wendy?
No, not at all.
Not at all, right? So let's
I don't know where you're going with that, but no, check it out.
Let's look at one more example. So this is the Platinum Pebble Boutique Inn. Really, I just found this at random. I was looking for people that are doing it right. They are a small property in the Cape Cod area. Man, I love Cape Cod, especially in the summer. But look at what we have going on. First of all, they've hidden the number of subscribers. That's something you can do in the back end of YouTube. There's all kinds of tweaks. And they don't have monumental numbers of views, but they have videos that have 2, 3, 6, 7,000, views in there. And imagine all of these were created either with the brand in mind, right? So when people are booking, they're looking for the brand, or with things to do, right? And they've played that out. Things to do in Cape Cod, a day trip to Provincetown. They've done their research in terms of SEO, and that's super important when it comes to figuring out what to do in YouTube, because SEO, man, drives a lot of traffic.
For sure. No, that's a great example. Could we head over to Instagram just to say we're not all about YouTube, because we are about visual consumption channels when it comes to destination marketing?
All right, let me see if I can pull up Instagram here.
Cool.
All right, and there you have it. let's get our heads off of there. So this particular example is the Ondas in Maui, right? And they have two channels. You'll find that they have the Ondas, their property, but they also have this cool organization called the Beach Crew. And the Beach Crew goes around and talks about the activities that you can expect to find on Maui. And look at the thumbnails here. They have video, they have about everything that you can imagine if you've been to Maui, like, and you know this area, you know that this is awesome sauce here. But if you've never been here, you just want to go, right?
Yeah, this is also a great channel. And Dave, if you would go back up and click on videos for these guys so we could see what videos they've got going on. Here you go. This is the videos that they've put together just specifically on videos. They're actually doing these really cool, like what's around this particular destination at this resort. So looks like they have a couple of reshares in there, but I mean, does that not entice you to like jump in and just book this?
For sure. And I see a couple of manta rays in there, and I just mentioned that because Wendy is known as the manta ray whisperer over in Maui, and that's a long story that we don't have time for. But yeah, that girl can bring in manta rays like nobody's business. I've been in the water with you when you brought in like 25 of them. True story.
True story.
So I am going to keep going here, and I may have lost my spot by clicking on Reels. And so I'm going to type in, there it is, the thing that I wanted to show, Margaritaville Hotel in Nashville. So check this out. They've got about 9,000 followers, and they've been, they've been busy putting out posts, right? Because they have 552 posts. But look at the way this channel is laid out. Talk about this a little bit, Wendy, because you are the Instagram queen.
I am so jacked about this. So if you scroll back up to the top of Instagram, I just want to show you this real quick. Check out their posts, 552 posts, but look how many people are following them. 2,900 people are following them. That's amazing. You know what that means is that they're answering questions from search results. They're answering questions from search results. So their content's answering questions. Now, let's click on Reels, Dave, if you wouldn't mind. Click on Reels. So we're talking like short form video. Now, check out these short form videos. Look at the views on this. Now, this seems kind of silly. I know you're thinking, well, like I'm so close to my destination. That's kind of boring to film margaritas and our dining, and be creative about what you're filming and answer the questions, the ideas. Look at this viral though. 17,000. Now, I have a question for you. This is a big question, Dave. Do you know what is the number one thing that drives people to take an action? That drives people to take an action on your channels out there. The number one thing.
I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to let you say it in case I'm wrong.
I get so excited and I just want to like jump into your guys' living room or wherever you're at right now through this camera. But I'm so pumped up when I get to share this because we all think, and I'm seeing the comments right now. No, it's not hashtags and it's not links. Okay, got it. So the number one thing that's going to actually drive someone to make an action is trust.
I knew it. I get to score right. I get to go to Margaritaville today.
Now the reason I point that out with that 17,000 people on that viral is if you have the trust of your followers, they're going to take the next step and actually start the engagement process. First of all, they're going to follow you. So you've earned their follow. Secondly, if they're actually interested in coming to your destination, they're going to start the engagement process and maybe even ask a question. In the DMs, that's where you can start driving the direct bookings, right? You don't drive it from the post. You don't drive it from your story. You don't drive it from a highlight. You're driving through like, know, and trust you, and you're consistent with your content creation. And I'm giving you guys pro tips here. So when you do that and you create the trust, my question to you is, once you have a viral, do you know what to do with the viral content? Do you know how to take all those 17,000 people and convert them That's a good question. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that. But this particular example, Dave, is such a great way. And if you might pull that up again real quick, I do want to share something else that's really cool. If you're not doing this, click on where it says guides. Between posts and reels, it says guides there. Now, they only have one guide. If you are a destination, and I just want to point this out, you can create guides for your destination. And this is so savvy and easy to do because you're guiding someone through something at your resort. It doesn't have to be, hey, that only at my hotel. It could be guides for around your city, guides for around the town, right? So I think I just had to point that out. I know we're talking about video, but I just want to make sure that you all know that guides is available out there. So sorry, Dave, we can move on to your next example. I don't think we can hear you though. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I got to turn myself on because I'm just talking to myself in my own office without me being on screen here. But Wendy Jae, do you know what you're talking about when it comes to travel marketing? I don't know. I'm going to search Instagram and see what Instagram says. It looks like you're coming up #1 for travel marketing in Instagram. And this is a really, really powerful point because Instagram has an algorithm that allows you to optimize for search, right? And that means that if you do it right, you can come up time and time again. 80% of travelers that use Instagram to discover brands and find out about destinations. So this is a thing, right? People are actually using Instagram in a way that will help drive direct bookings if done correctly, right? And most people optimize just for their brands. And so that's an afterthought. They've already booked. They may have booked with the OTA. They may have booked directly, but the revenue cycle is completed in terms of the booking because now they're just looking for the brand and sort of verifying what's going on. But when you optimize for the destination, you optimize for the activities, what it allows you to do is people will find you in the discovery phase of their search. And that means that they have that brand awareness, that top of the mind awareness that's generated by seeing you time and time again. Doesn't matter what channel they're searching, they're going to find you. And that's going to absolutely lead to more direct bookings. And I just want to show the opportunity here because I hear time and time again people say, the opportunity on Instagram is over. I missed the boat. There's nothing for me to do because the competition is way ahead of me. And that's not true. I'm going to search for vacation rentals. And I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just using the search facility. And so we've got a Key West vacation rental company. And look at what they have. They have 157 followers, right? I mean, you probably, if you're listening, have more followers than this organization. Who's #2? Someone they didn't even know they were optimizing for vacation rentals. They just did. And 186 followers. Who do we have here? We have Barefoot Vacations coming in #4, right? They're doing it right. I like the way they're doing this. They're building their following. Anything else here that we should look at? Probably not. I could keep clicking through this, people with not many posts. So the opportunity is absolutely there. Now, of course, you wouldn't want to optimize your property just for vacation rentals. It needs to be vacation rentals in your destination. And if you do it that way, you are going to, actually hit on your search. So your marketing dollars at work, make sure that your social media people have optimized your Instagram profile, your TikTok profile, and all of your YouTube videos and everything else that's out there.
There is so many things that I could say about YouTube and Instagram, and it's not for this live web class right now, but I want to do that at another time because there's so many things that could be improved on that I just saw in your examples that I'm like, I would just want to get my hands on that and like, hey, this is what was going to really help you in search results. But anyway, we're going to stay on track. And I want to dive into editing equipment because that's a big thing. And everybody talks about, I don't have the equipment or the applications or the software or the skill sets to actually edit my own videos. And first of all, I want to say, let's be savvy and let's use our own phone apps that are available out there that you can learn to edit on. So when I talk about the phone app, some of my favorites have been Vixer, Motion Leap, InShot, Adobe Spark. I'm trying to think of all of those are probably the 4 that I think I go to at the moment that I'm loving, but really get creative about what apps that you like. Try a bunch of different ones, sign up for a month and then cancel if you don't like them. But you can use your phone apps and you can get videos edited. You can also, do it on those channels as well. But your phone apps are just as good as any of the other software out there. But I do want to talk about desktop applications, Dave. And I want to do a screen share, if you wouldn't mind, help showing our viewers today what they can do. And a lot of the applications that I've used, for sure, I've used everything. I can tell you that. And I can definitely say there's ones that I like better over others for certain reasons. But would you mind sharing your screen, Dave, and give us so we can give a little example?
Sure. I'm going to start with InVideo. Does that sound
perfect?
About right. All right.
Yes. InVideo. I love InVideo. They're absolutely one of my favorites. InVideo is great. And the reason is because once you actually go into their backend editor, they have a lot of options for you. But anyway, while we're looking at this dashboard, you can literally type the word travel in the search bar, and you're going to pull up a lot of templates for you to start thinking about creating. And this right here, Dave, if you just stop, I mean, look at these templates, you guys. This is done for you. You just go in and start creating and putting your content in this. Make it a template. Real quick, I have to share this with you. No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. That's a bonus for you at the end. Okay, forget it. But we're going to talk about this, because remember, while you're here because you don't have time for video. So I'm going to share with you at the end of this some bonus tips of how you can make time for video. But this is a super time saver. Use companies like InVideo. They're so powerful. I don't know, Dave, if there's anything else you want to show here, but this is a great example.
No, we say time and time again, there is no B-roll for your A game, right? Because creating video requires you to create on your own camera at times, right? But there is a time and place for B-roll, especially with ads, especially with social media, and especially on platforms like this, where you can go into something that's templated, like when you're having offers, right? And this allows you to just quickly create, use this template, and you can start swiping in your own information, your own video, your own, your own content. And let me say boom as it shows on the screen. Go ahead, screen, do it.
One, two, three.
It's the white screen of death. No, something's going to happen, but we're not going to wait around to see it. And what I'm trying to say is, yeah, this is all templated. But in the meantime, sorry, InVideo, I'm not waiting for you. I'm moving on to another tool, and that tool is called Animoto.
Animoto I also love. It's a great tool, quick and fast, a lot of templates. They do a great job. Not as robust as InVideo, but obviously they have great templates, something different. And if we're talking about short form video, this is another great way for those 9x16s to be really put to use. So another great. Animoto's great.
And the thing about these platforms is they're very inexpensive. So you'll probably end up having a couple of these, right? You'll have a couple of these platforms that are your go-to platforms that you use. And that way you'll always find something. And, when I say they're cheap, what are they? They run like $20 a month or less. So for a full featured video type platform, you can, you have this templated ability to create content very quickly. Cool. What should we look at next?
Hey, let's check out Promo. I really love Promo. They are also, I would say, big rivals with InVideo. They have a little more bells and whistles as far as like the calendar that they provide, but still, InVideo is still my favorite, but second up, runner up would be Promo. And of course, I've used Promo a lot. They have great, again, travel templates for you. If you pop on there and you just look into the search bar and just type in travel, you will find so much inspiration for content creation.
And, I'm going to try and do this again live. This always happens when you do something live, right? You click on something and then, it doesn't work, but let's preview this. So this is a preview of something that you could create, right? It loads a little bit quicker. And what's nice is, hey, I want it square. No, I want it 16:9. No, I want it for a mobile phone. And so these templates are already prepared for you to create in whatever the format is, the 3 most popular formats. And yeah, again, this is a great way to create. And for me, sometimes I'm just looking for ideas. So I might not even use their template. I might just go out and say, what am I looking for? Like, what feels like my resort, my property, my destination? And you start looking through all of these great ideas, and the light goes on in my head. And before you know it, I'm over at another platform like Canva, right? My favorite platform. I'm over there creating something from scratch that, that was inspired by one of those templates.
For
Trying to get the
sure.
words out. That's what I was trying to say.
Dave's so excited. Yeah. So there's two more applications that we'd like to share. And one for me, Dave, is Biteable. I love Biteable. I've used Biteable, and something to pay attention to if you want to share Biteable while I'm chatting here. Really look for, as they get better and better, adding captions, because I know that they're going to start installing the captions feature. And that's going to be really handy for a lot of the videos that you do if they're a live stream. Or a frequently asked question share, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. But Bitable's great. I love it. It's just as good, fun, easy to get into and edit it. It's low cost. Again, these are easy editing applications. You don't need to have Adobe Premiere Pro, education knowledge on how to use that platform, or Final Cut Pro. Any of these video platforms will work. So dive in and choose what you want. Of course, our go-to everyday driver is Canva. I'm sure you've heard of them, and that's also one of Dave's faves as well.
Right. So I just like to say, go with what you know, because
Yeah,
it's frustrating sometimes to relearn a platform every single time you want to create a quick
for
graphic, a
sure.
quick video, whatever it is. And so I have been a Canva junkie for a long, long time. And this is why. If you have the pro account, which is like $15 a month or less, you can actually use it as a full featured video editor. And let me just sort of toss it up on the screen here. And I am going to show you Canva, because I think this is awesome, right? I'm inside my Canva Pro account. First of all, you can click on video. You can select the type of video you might want to create. And boom, it opens up a template. Now you can upload your own content here, or you can go over to the videos tab and you can pull in an incredible amount of stock video, right? And let's just grab something here. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be a time lapse that doesn't want to load. There we go. So literally I'm creating a video scene for a mobile phone, and I can go ahead and just click text. I can add some text into that. I can go ahead and color that, right? Place it whatever I want to do. I can import my logo. I can add sound. And this is just an incredible way to go ahead and quickly create video, upload your own video, or use stock, or a combination of the two, is which I do a lot. And it also has a feature that allows you to do a voiceover, so you can really personalize that piece of content. So that is my go-to platform. And literally what I showed you there in like 15 seconds was the beginning of creating a video. That's how easy it is.
Cool. Yeah. So now you have time to create, or you can find ways to create video, edit your videos through your phone applications and then online video apps that are out there. So I want to share the last things here with our session to get you guys off and running. First of all, what kind of videos are trending right now? Dave, do you want to jump in on this?
So first of all, when it comes to video, especially with my clients, I like to go after frequently asked questions, right? That is an amazing piece of video that does very well in search. And I like to think of video just like I think of blog content, and that is creating evergreen content that is frequently searched for, right? So that's why frequently asked questions is great, but it can also be everything under the sun for your destination. And things that are great are like annual events, like a marathon that's held every year, a film festival, a music festival that's every year. That brings in room nights, right? Because those sorts of things, people usually stay for a couple of days. So the first thing people think of is, hey, what am I going to do? They're looking to go to an event. I also like, restaurants, dining, nightlife, activities, seasonality, all of those sorts of things, like the sky is the limit. but you want to focus on evergreen content and not the news, not something that is transient and is only going to be good for the next 60 days, 40 days, whatever it is. I don't create content often in that form for search, right? Because the search window is very narrow. I want to create a piece of content and, hey, have it good next year and the year after. What do you think, Wendy? What is your favorite type of content to create when it comes to video?
Okay, so first of all, I want to back up a little bit because Dave gave you frequently asked questions. First of all, a short form video is one of the most trendiest types of videos. When we're thinking about like the content for the short form videos, frequently asked questions, Dave shared some great ones with us. I'd also like to add in really fun stuff like the 7 packing trips to your destination, the 3 top things you need to know about our restaurant that's happening on, Sundays, or the 3 cool yoga activities that we have every Wednesday night, or the Jam Fest that's happening. Frequently asked questions: how far is the airport? How far is groceries? Do you have, this for kids? Put those in short form videos. Literally, that is so popular. Anything that can add value to your channel, your brand, your destination, your hotel, your resort, your vacation property is going to increase the search results. However, we are going to talk about that right now because you're wondering, well, how do I know if I'm creating the right video content? And that is what I want to share with you right now, because you can discover what your guests are searching for by, guess what? Using the channel search result tool. So when you go into YouTube, you want to use the YouTube search bar and type in the keywords of what you think your travelers may be looking for. You want to go into TikTok and Instagram, do the same thing. Use your keywords and see what autofills below and start looking at what your competition is. And when you see the autofills below, start clicking on those videos and see how many views do they have. Maybe it doesn't have a lot of views. Maybe that's a great reason. Maybe you can create something better. Maybe they didn't nail it, knock it out of the park. Maybe it's not a great search result, so you need to move on to the next thing. You can also use tools like, for YouTube, vidIQ, Keywords Everywhere, and TubeBuddy. 3 of our favorite YouTube tools that we like to find and really use for search volume around the topics that you want to share inside those channels for video. So really important. And I just say, go out and do the research, because so much of us get so excited about creating the video that we just go create it. And then we launch it. And then it doesn't have views like we want it, or it never viraled. So I think it's really important to stick to foundational to long-term plays. Really research what everyone else is searching out, where those keywords, look at search volume topic. You will know what to create. You will know. Invest in those tools to help you.
And Wendy has thrown out the term search volume. A lot of you know what that means, but if you're wondering, it just means the frequency at which people search for that search term on, say, a monthly basis, right? And so it's very easy to score for a search term that nobody searches for, right? Because the search volume is very low. On the other hand, you can find search terms that may be in the tens or hundreds of thousands in terms of the number of people that search every month for it. And guess what? The OTAs, they know like how to optimize for those search terms. They have skyscrapers full of digital marketing talent that go after that stuff all day. And while it may be a great search term, it may be very noisy, right? Hard to compete in. So finding that happy medium between very little search and the mega search terms, and this is just the same with hashtags, right? You'll find a place where you can optimize and succeed. And it doesn't matter how big you are in terms of your property or your organization. You can do this yourself in your internal group and be very, very successful. So that's what search volume means. It really just means like, what's up? How much is this being searched for?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now I want to move on to how you can grow your videos faster, because once you start the consistency of sharing your videos on these platforms in TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever channel that you choose to master this year, and I'm not saying master all of them, for sure, do not do that. Do not go out and try to master all of these channels at once. Like Pinterest, TikTok, and Instagram and YouTube. Take a year and say, I want to learn everything I can about YouTube in the next 12 months, or everything I can about TikTok, and focus on that. because if you drop consistency on one or the other, it just is going to drop you in search results. You're not having a good rapport for the destination that you're creating your brand reputation for. So back to how you can grow your videos fast, stay consistent on the channel that you want to master. And then here's a little tip. For YouTube, always put a CTA in the first 3 lines of your sentence in the description. So in this video, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be sharing with you XYZ. Here's a link. For places like Instagram, you can have what they call, and maybe you know it for your personal account, a link tree, right? A link tree that you can always point people, hey, click the link in my bio to go see the specials page, or an offer that we're having, or this deal on these rental cars, or this activity provider, or to go search our activities on our website. Link trees are really great for destinations, and so many, and even the ones, David, that we just looked at do not have that. So none of those had a link tree that you showed. And by the way, you don't have to use the application called Linktree. There are other alternatives that you can search for that let you brand your company name with that Linktree. So I'm just using the name Linktree so you know what it is, because it's the most well-known Linktree. So what it is, if you don't know what Linktree is and you're like, what is she talking about? Linktree is a shortcut link that adds short links in a short column for mobile that gives you shortcut access to something, right? To a shortcut link. So you can look it up on Google, Linktree. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, you can do that. You can also use branded as well. But those are really fast ways to grow your video, is by using call to actions. We've got to have the call to action in there, because you can launch a great video. It's like I mentioned the viral video for 17,000 views, but did they have a right CTA on it? They probably didn't. So they're not driving people back to where they could start the engagement process to drive into direct bookings.
Absolutely. And I just want to say one last thing about call to action, because this is important. You know, we all assume that people are extremely proficient in the internet and they know all of these things, like where the links are or what to do next. But it's really your obligation as a marketer to help lead people to what their next step is, because they want to know, right? They're excited about your property. They're excited about your adventure tour company. They're excited about your thing. And then the video ends and they're like, what next? And you need to tell them, right? If you'd like to get involved, there is a link down below that will lead you to the next step, or there is a link in the bio that will tell you how to become happily involved in our property, our activity, whatever it is. And people will be like, oh yeah, I am going to do that, right? And so I see this this error, this unforced error happen all the time in marketing. You're like, oh, I got the video up. It's time to go to lunch. And yeah, make sure that you add the correct pieces to it.
Very good point.
You'll learn a lot of that inside of Travelers Book Direct, because those pieces also are part of the optimization process so that you rank above everybody else. Okay, what do we got next?
Super pumped to wrap this up and land the plane with y'all, because I want to share 2 more things. What channel should I be posting on? And we just got asked that today. And those are visual consumption channels, obviously. So you want to stick to I always say visual consumption channels are like the 5 food groups. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, obviously visual consumption, what we can search into. A lot of the times we're not even thinking that Google is a channel, and we can pull Google search results on another web class by our own website.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not even thinking that that's a channel. So if I were to say, channels are the 5 food groups, let's add a 6 and add Google in there, because so many of us go to images and video, right, to find a search result that we're looking for from a keyword.
And advanced class, I'm not going to share it here, but those links that you put in bios and places where videos that point back to your website and other things, that's SEO gold and helps you accelerate your presence in the search engines. That is another topic, but I'm going to say there's another reason to do that. But I see you stole a line from Sean Cannell at Grow with Video, and that is, let's land the plane here, right? Because we want to honor your time. It's 45 minutes. So number 1, let's talk about the video equipment that you have to have. Your phone, right? Wendy, do you have a phone handy?
Yep.
All right, cool. So now we all have the video equipment that we need to create video at a bare minimum. What was the video editing tool that I liked?
Pop question, Canva.
Canva. And so there is a free version, but I suggest you spring for the 12 bucks or whatever it is. And that's all the video editing tools you need. And now what's next, right? You have the equipment, you have the editing tools. Now you just need the will to go and press record.
That is so true. And I didn't steal it from Sean. I'm sharing it with Sean. At the same time, I wanted to share at the very beginning the bonus of how to create time and how to save time for video. And that's the whole point why you're here, is because you don't have time for videos. And I hopefully by what we just shared is giving you some inspiration to realize that you can make time for video. But a couple little bonus tips for you. One, do a scheduled block time of a day that you can go create, meaning go out and use your device and create this really cool content on a creative day that you have, or every Tuesday or every Friday that you're going out for your destination. Say, hey, I'm going out on the field and I'm going to go grab video, or I'm going out on the property for a couple of hours and I'm going to go grab video. So really important to schedule that time. Number two, templates. Make templates for your video. It's so easy to get locked into all the bells and whistles of all these incredible applications, but not have a template. And you're just cutting yourself so much time and energy if you don't create templates. What I like to do and what's really smart is look at 12 months of the year and create a video template for each month and use the same template with different video content for everyone so that you are not stressed out about having to create another template. And your viewers, guarantee they'll be fine with that. Guarantee they'll be fine. Unless you're launching 5 videos a day, then you need to change your template more frequently. But if you're on a very minimal basis of launching videos of 1 a week, 2 a week, 3 a week, you're going to be fine with creating those templates. I just had to share that little bonus with you because that's really important. And 3 is what Dave just said, the mindset and will to know that you can do it. Have the confidence and know that you can get started. You're not behind. Join the train, jump on board. This brings me to my very last thing that I'm going to be sharing with you now is what to do next. If you want more resources from us about equipment, look down below in this video and check out the resources that you can go onto our website and see all of the tools and physical tools that we like and love and that are using for our entire business. There's also 2 guides that may help you. 1 is a gear guide. So go click on that if you want our gear guide. And 2 is a 30-day destination content creation planner. Go click on that link and go grab your planner. That will really help you think about the videos for the entire month that you can repeat over and over and over. And I didn't even get into other types of video, Dave, on this web class, which I could totally dive into. But I just want to give everyone the resources of where they can go to take the next steps.
Yeah. And I just want to say, get that 30-day content planner because it's going to give you an incredible wealth of ideas, templates, and direction to get started to create the next 30 days of content. It's free and it's really, really immersive. It's not just one of those like PDFs with a couple of words on it. It's got everything you need to get going in the right direction and schedule your next 30 days of content, which ultimately you could rinse and repeat and use for the entire year. So that is a super valuable piece.
One last thing, if you are looking for more advanced marketing and coaching for travel hospitality, your destination, your activity, your hotel, your property, your vacation properties, click the link below down here in the comments for Travelers Book Direct. We'd love to invite you in as become a member of our club and share with you all the advanced strategies that are happening right now today that we didn't get a chance to share with you in this live session. So please, if you're interested, we're here for you. If you have any comments about this class today, leave it here and we will get back to you for sure.
And go to Google right now and click Hospitality FM, and you're going to find dozens of podcasters talking on every subject in hospitality. We talk about marketing mindset and gaining momentum, but hey, there's people over there that talk about cleaning and back office and just about everything you can imagine. It's an incredible resource and we're so excited to be part of that project.
All right, that said, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing your comments and go out there and create your destination impact.
Aloha, have a great day.